The Shafer road race was the second road race on most people's calendar this year, and was held in rural Sparta, Tennessee. Despite some minor disparagement from some overly stereotypical locals, the race was really well put together, and it was a lot of fun. If you didn't get a chance to go this year, I highly recommend that you add it to your calendar next time around. They had unique prizes, neutral feeds, and other cool stuff. The fours race started with surge and slam on the brakes style racing that's really common early in the season. No real action happened until the group hit the base of the only categorized climb of the day, 15 or so miles into the race. The road clogging size of the peloton and a steepening gradient over the top of the climb instigated a large break with 25 or so riders off the front. The descent was shallow, long, and into a strong headwind, so any rider caught without a wheel to follow over the top couldn't effectively chase alone, so many strong riders were left shoulder checking for people to start working with while the lead group plunged out of reach. When the dust settled, only 2 teams had solid representation in the break. Chattanooga Cycling had 3 riders, and Village Volkswagen had 10. Recently upgraded David Howe made the selection, as did David Kuntz of Village Volkswagen. Content with the gap, and unable to challenge the large group on their own, neither team pushed the pace, and the race stagnated. While the lead group played games, a chase of 4 riders bridged, adding Hub Endurance and Treehouse Racing to the list of teams with multiple riders in the break. A few small attacks aimed at provoking a heightened pace proved fruitless, as they were universally covered by Village Volkswagen, who would bring the pace back to a comfortable level and clog the road with bodies. Most attacks were made by an apparently frustrated Nate Lelick of Team Biker's Choice, who was certainly the most aggressive rider in the group. At the start of the endgame, CBC put their team on the front and drove the group over the last roller, a kilometer from the finish, but with only 3 men they didn't have the power to control the group to the line. Into the last turn, 600 meters to go, their sprinter hesitated, and any semblance of organization collapsed under the weight of a nervous bunch and an inadequately sized both lanes open sign. After the last turn, a steep downhill gave riders near the front extra range for their sprint, and Matthew Robbins of Hub Racing jumped from third wheel with 300 meters to go and took the win. David Kuntz of Village Volkswagen took a well-deserved second place, and a strong David Howe took third, tailgunning his way from farther back in the group than anyone else in the top 10 in what was decidedly a positional, not wattage-driven sprint. But what was the most important lesson of the day? When choosing between embrocation or sunscreen, it's a good idea to take some time to consider the long-term ramifications of your choices. Don't think of it as tissue peeling off your body. It's just the part of you that wasn't strong enough to survive the race. I'm Jake Pratt of IAM Racing, and that was the Shafer Road Race in 3 minutes.